Hi, my name is Alex Boyle. I'm the program manager at Outreach. And in this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview about our membership program, how our program works, and how you can sign up your organization to become an Outreach member. So if you're not already familiar with Outreach, I just wanted to introduce you to us. We're a small nonprofit located in Philadelphia. And our mission is to create, advocate for, and expand accessible opportunities in the arts so that the full spectrum of society is served. One of the ways in which we do that is through our membership program. So I'll get into that in just a moment. And I also wanted to share on this slide a photo that includes several Outreach staff members, a lot of our volunteers, as well as Outreach member organization clients. All together posing for a group photo at the 2021 Philadelphia Flower Show. So just so you know, our membership program was actually the flagship program that started Outreach back in 1986. So what the program is it's designed for health and human service agencies to provide enriching cultural opportunities for your clients at a discounted rate. Staff members at member organizations are able to request discounted tickets to cultural and performing arts events, museums, historic sites, and gardens. There are a lot of different types of organizations that we partner with. Our members also have exclusive access to a roster of teaching artists that are available to facilitate adaptive workshops for your clients. We call those Encore workshops. And I'll get in more a little bit about that in just a moment as well. So you may be wondering who this program is for and if your organization is a good fit. The only requirement to join our program is that it's for organizations and community groups that serve either people with disabilities or low income or both. So if your organization falls into that category, you are welcome to sign up to become an Outreach member organization. And here I've provided just a list of some different types of organizations that are eligible to be an Outreach member. This list is not exhaustive. There are so many different types of organizations that we have on our membership program. But some of these organizations are human service agencies, healthcare providers, adult day programs and residential facilities, schools, support groups, and older adult centers. And if your organization is more of a community group, such as a support group that isn't a fully fledged nonprofit, that's okay. And we probably have some opportunities for you that you would also be able to take advantage of through our program. So how the program works. This is going to be a very brief explanation, but this is just sort of the general basics of how the program works. And I would also advise you, perhaps after watching this video or after registering for membership, I have recorded several more in-depth videos on our YouTube page, the Outreach YouTube page, that will actually give you a step-by-step visual process of how the ticket request process works through our program. But just to give you the overview, our member organizations have access to a member portal through our website where you can log on to view upcoming events, request trips to different museums, or request an Encore workshop, and even renew your membership. So everything is really consolidated in one place for you. Member organizations are asked to assign one primary contact. We call that a member liaison. And that person would act as the point person for any important emails or communications that are coming from Outreach about your membership. If there are other staff members besides that point person that you want to have be able to log into the member portal and request tickets for things, that's completely fine. They just may not always receive important emails that are going out regarding the membership, about renewal and that sort of thing. But they will still be able to log on as long as the organization is okay with that and more than one person having access, and they're able to request trips as well. And then, as I said, I definitely recommend visiting our membership tutorial playlist on the Outreach Philly YouTube channel. We have step-by-step tutorials about how to use our member portal. So just to give you another overview of how this will work for live events, in the member portal, there will be a list of upcoming events. You'll be able to see where things are happening, how many tickets are available, a description of the performance, and the ticket price, which is usually just going to be $1. And sometimes we have free opportunities as well. So if tickets are available for the event you're looking for, you can basically check out as if you were checking out for a show on a theater's website by adding general admission tickets to your cart and moving forward with the purchase. If tickets are sold out, but you're still interested in attending the performance, you can go through that process and you'll be added to a wait list. And that way, if someone cancels or can't make it, you'll be notified if new tickets become available. When you're checking out, tickets can either be paid for immediately if your company maybe has a company credit card that you're able to use. Otherwise, if that's not an option, that's okay. At checkout, there will be a pay later option, which you can also select, and you would basically receive a confirmation email that acts as an invoice, and that will prompt your organization to mail a check to Outreach for that event. And even if you're paying with a credit card, you'll still get a confirmation email, and that will confirm that the payment has gone through. And for either way, no matter what, your tickets will always be held at will call. We no longer require you to print out a confirmation or print out e-tickets. We'll just ask you during the checkout process for the name that you would like to have the tickets held under. And they'll likely be held under your organization's name as well. So you can give that name when you get to the box office and they'll have your tickets waiting for you. So these are just a few of our favorite events that we often have tickets for. We have a really great partnership with the Philadelphia Ballet, the Kimmel Center, the Philadelphia Flower Show, World Cafe Live, specifically their daytime weekday bridge sessions, as well as sensory-friendly events throughout the year. And I've included an image here on the slide of one of our sensory-friendly events that we had just before the pandemic with the Philadelphia Orchestra. So the image is of an orchestra playing on stage and an audience is seated on the ground in front of the stage. So that was live events that are taking place at a specific day and time. We also have the option to bring groups out to museums, which can really happen on your own time because museums are just open during the week. So the way that that works is slightly different. And again, we go more in depth into this on our YouTube tutorials, but essentially you can find the list of partner museums in our member portal. This is where it gets a little bit different. Instead of requesting the tickets through Outreach, in your member portal, there will be instructions for you to be able to email the museum directly to request tickets for your group, and they will still honor the Outreach discount for you. And that way, someone from the museum will be responding to your request. They'll be sending you a confirmation, sending you an invoice, or providing more information about how you can pay for your trip. And then payment would occur directly between your organization and the museum. So Outreach is no longer in the middle of that transaction. So that should be much easier for, in terms of payment, you'll be able to go directly to the museum for that. And again, please watch our YouTube tutorial, which will walk you through how all of that works, especially if perhaps you had a membership before the pandemic and you're just renewing that membership now. This process has changed quite a bit, so that will provide a little bit more clarification on what changes have happened. And then again, here are some of our partner museums that we have on our list, including Longwood Gardens, Adventure Aquarium, Philadelphia's Magic Gardens, Eastern State Penitentiary, the National Constitution Center, and the Academy of Natural Sciences. And as more places start to hire back staff that may have been cut during the pandemic, we are slowly but surely starting to add more and more museums to this list as the year goes on. And then I've included an image on this slide of a woman who uses a wheelchair and her guide is pointing at artwork on a gallery wall. All right, so the next benefit of membership are our Encore workshops. This is essentially a roster of teaching artists that we have available to us that are available to facilitate accessible workshops for your clients. And these are really a great option for organizations that don't have budgeting for taking people out into the community. Perhaps you don't have that travel budget and it's just easier to facilitate programs at your site, or maybe you're still doing programs virtually, which many places are still doing that. So any of our workshops can be offered virtually or in person. So we're very flexible in that way. We have a variety of different types of workshops that range from art making to adaptive dance and movement to yoga and music. It really spans a lot of different creative activities. So that list can be found on our website, including prices for each workshop. And then the request for requesting a workshop on a date and time of your choosing, that can be done through our website or within the member portal as well. Once we receive that form from you, we would reach out to the artist to confirm their availability. And once we confirm that, we'll actually connect you directly with the artist, so that way you can coordinate and give them more details about any needs that your clients might have, any adaptations that may need to be made. And you'll be able to work more personally with them to facilitate that workshop. And then once that is confirmed, ArtReach will also send you an invoice directly for the workshop as well. So you're probably wondering what the membership costs. So our fees are offered on a sliding scale based on your organization's annual operating budget. And that's your full budget, including staff salaries. So I have a chart here detailing this. This is also available on the membership page of our website. But for organizations that have a budget of less than $100,000, the membership fee would be $150. For budgets between $100,000 and $500,000, the fee would be $275. For budgets between $500,000 and $1 million, the fee would be $360. For budgets between $1 million and $2,500,000, the fee would be $450. And finally, any budgets higher than that would be just $550 for the year. And we found that regardless of where you fall, where your organization falls in this chart, the membership will probably pay for itself after just a few trips or just a few Encore workshops that you've done. For example, off the top of my head, I know that if you were bringing a group of 10 people to Longwood Gardens, that would probably cost about $250. Whereas if you're going through an ArtReach program to Longwood Gardens, it's only going to cost you $30 to bring 10 people. So the savings are pretty immense. And you'll find that the cost of the membership is definitely worth all of the money that your organization is going to save to visit these arts and cultural sites. So the steps to registering and becoming an Outreach member are pretty easy. First, you definitely want to confirm your organization's operating budget, especially since a lot of budgets may have changed during the pandemic. If you had a membership previously with Outreach and just weren't sure where you fell before on that scale, feel free to reach out to me and I can look into our records and see what your fee was before the pandemic and what that would be now. After you've done that, you'll want to designate a member liaison. That's going to be the primary contact for communication about the membership from Outreach. And then you can visit our website, which is art-reach.org/membership. When you get to that page, there will be a button right at the top that says Become a Member. You can fill out that form. You'll either pay with a credit card, or like I said, you can choose that pay later option and mail a check instead. And then once we receive payment, you'll get an email confirmation confirming that your membership has been paid and is now active. And you'll receive instructions about how to create your login for the member portal and start requesting trips and workshops. So it's pretty simple. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this overview video. And if you have any questions about the membership or just have any questions about how to proceed, please feel free to reach out. My email address can also be found on our website, which is again, art-reach.org/membership. Thank you so much.